If you've been worried that your dream is never going to manifest, you're really going to like today's video, because today we're going to talk about why it is going to manifest, why your dream is going to come true. And this is a super important conversation to have, because yes, your dream is going to come true, but you have to recognize this so that you can have some faith, so that you can line up with it quicker. Okay, so we're going to talk about that today. Yes, your dream is going to come true, and here's why you can get behind this. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump on into it. Oh, and you may want to go ahead and save this video to your favorites, because this does happen from time to time where you may find yourself waiting for something and getting stressed about that. This video will be tremendously helpful in getting you into a state of really believing that this thing is coming, okay, so that it can show up much quicker. All right, but let's talk about the first thing you need to understand about why your dream is coming, why it's actually going to manifest. And the first point here is that the dream that you're waiting on, that dream that's been bugging you, is actually your next logical step in your growth. Okay, you are being called to something that is your next logical step in your growth to becoming a healthier, happier, and more fulfilled person. So when you have a desire, okay, when there's something that you want and it's really kind of bugging you, okay, it's kind of the most important thing on the list, okay, and it could be anything. For some people, it's having a baby or getting a job, getting some money, could be anything. Okay, but whatever that thing is that's really kind of getting to you and you find yourself worried about it and waiting on it, it's that next logical step. And there are really two reasons why this might happen. One is that it may be the next logical step on your life path. So it's a life type thing. The other thing is that it may be a healing experience. Okay, so you may be at a stage in your life where there's something that you are ready to heal. And so the universe has kind of gifted you with a desire or a carrot that's designed to help you clear that block or heal that trauma or let go of that insecurity. Okay, so let me explain this one first so it makes sense. So let's say that, for instance, perhaps you are an adult and you have a family that you need to support, okay? And for your entire life, you have kind of struggled a bit with money. You haven't really come into a place of feeling very secure in your ability or in your abundance or in your well-being with finances and support. That's always been kind of dormant, hasn't been very strong. And now you have a family and you are suddenly having this feeling like you want to manifest lots of money. Okay, that's what you want. You want to manifest $100,000. You want to manifest $1 million. You have it in your mind that that's the most important thing. Okay, well, that's an example of a healing manifestation. So there was some kind of block or some kind of trauma or some kind of insecurity or limitation that your consciousness held on to in the past. And you've gotten to a place in life now where you really got to let go of it in order to move on. And so sometimes we've got limitations and blocks that stay dormant for a very long time because we don't really need to clear them in order to progress forward. But if you've grown enough in life, you'll find that some of these blocks that have been there for a long time, they'll start screaming at you. And the way that they scream at you is that you start having these desires that require you to let go of that block. The other way that this happens, where your desire is really just the next logical step in your growth, is that a lot of times it happens at particular times for most people. So you will find that for a lot of people, you know, when they're in their 20s or in their 30s, they are very interested in manifesting a relationship, or they are very interested in manifesting a baby. Or perhaps after someone goes through a divorce, they suddenly become very interested in manifesting a partner. You may find that someone who is grown or an adult, maybe they have a family, they are a lot more interested in manifesting career success. And so these are more life progression steps. Like we want to have a life journey, and there's certain things that, are pretty traditional that we would like to accomplish. And those come up at those particular points in time. You have that strong desire to have that thing because it's the next logical step in your growth. So you're going to find that these desires that seem like they're frustrating you and they're kind of bugging you and you really want to get them, those things are all in alignment with your life progression. They're not just random desires that have nothing to do with you, that are out of alignment with who you are and where you're going. No, this is like you are the seedling that's growing and pushing up through the dirt, and this is you coming through the dirt, okay? That's what it is. That resistance is you coming through the dirt. And so that's something to understand, is that, these things that you want, they are related to you. Okay, they are your dreams for a reason because they're related to your next step on the path. And this is a really important thing to understand and to acknowledge, because if you get that they're part of your path, you're going to understand that it's good for you to manifest them, that you're supposed to be manifesting them. And something that often gets in the way is that people feel like they don't deserve the manifestation, or they're not worthy of it. Or maybe in the case of the money one, you may think that it's too materialistic. Like that's just materialistic. That's not a spiritual enough thing to go for, a spiritual enough thing to want. But if you want it, the reason why you want it is that your spirit is trying to grow. And so when we understand that this is all about your growth and becoming the healthiest, happiest person that you can be, it can help you validate that these desires are good for you, that you deserve them, that you should be manifesting them, and that the universe wants you to manifest them. And when you feel that way, you're going to find it's much easier for you to get into alignment with your dream quicker. Now, I'm interested to know, what is your top tier desire right now? What's that thing that you really, really want? That thing that's bugging you a little bit, that thing that's high on your list. Let me know about it in the comments, and let me know, does this feel like it's the next step in your life progression? Is it the next step on the way to you becoming someone who's healthier, happier, and more fulfilled? Please let me go ahead and let me know your thoughts below in the comments. Now, although your big desire is your next logical step, and it is something that the universe wants you to manifest, it is something that's good for you, and it is something that's coming. It is. A lot of times you will find that people do end up having to wait, and they get frustrated, okay? And a lot of people feel that the frustration is a really negative thing, especially because we talk about vibration and the importance of being happy and upbeat in order to align. But I'm here to tell you that your frustration is actually a really good sign that the thing that you want is coming. And so I absolutely have to share this with you. But first, if you like law of attraction videos that teach you how to manifest the life of your dreams, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And of course, go ahead and turn on the little handy notification bell. I put out content like this every single week, and I know you're going to love it. But let's talk for a second about frustration, okay? Because again, a lot of people feel that the frustration is a bad thing. And indeed, I do talk a lot about letting go, and that we don't want to feed into the frustration, and we want to detach and all that kind of stuff. And yes, we do want to do those things. But if you find yourself in that state of being very frustrated, in my experience, that's a really good sign that your desire is imminent and that it is actually coming. It's actually going to come soon. I'm not talking about years from now. It's going to come soon. And the reason why is that your frustration is an indication that you're bashing up against that next logical step. And it's like the universe's way of telling you, like, get out of your own way. Okay. It starts to gnaw at you and nag at you. And it will get to the point where you literally just decide, enough is enough, and you're going to make yourself give up. And when you make yourself give up, it's going to show up. Now, what I mean about that is that when things are taking a long time to manifest and we get frustrated, a lot of times we try harder. We bash our head into the wall more. But, you can only bash your head into the wall so many times, right? At some point, you're going to get fed up. At some point, you're going to get fed up with doing it the way that is the unhealed way. And you're going to simply just decide enough is enough and to kind of get your head on straight and move forward. So let me give you an example to make this point clear. Now, maybe the thing that you really want to manifest is a new job. For some reason, that's really calling to you. You are unhappy in your current profession, and it just seems like one day fades into the next, and your life is getting away from you, and there should be more out there for you. And I know, because I've been through that. I've been in that situation before. That is something that you want. So it's the next logical step for you to step out of this kind of dead end, unfulfilled position that you're in. And the universe wants you to step into a more fulfilled position. Okay, that's what it wants. But the reason why you've been stuck in that unfulfilled job is because you've been feeling very defeated about it. Maybe you've been thinking very negatively about your job. Maybe you've been frustrated with your job. Maybe you've been complaining about your job. Maybe you've been feeling like it's not going to work out for you. You're always going to be stuck. And that sense of feeling is what is keeping you stuck and tethered into this dysfunctional job, this toxic environment that you do not want to be in. So it's the next logical step. But because you haven't yet jumped into the frequency of someone who is going to believe in themselves and have positive expectations and high standards for themselves with work, you're staying stuck in that job that you do not want. You literally have to get to the point where you're like, you know what, I'm better than this. And I can enjoy a good environment, and I can expect positive things for myself. You have to get to that place. Okay. You have to get there. Okay. So until we get there, we're going to stay stuck. Well, the longer you stay stuck in that job, the more frustrated you are going to become. You're going to become more irritable, more ticked off, and it's going to get to a point where it gets ridiculous. Okay. Where your frustration starts making the job worse and worse and worse and worse, because the law of attraction always matches what you're putting out. And so, yes, your frustration will make your situation worse. It will make things more frustrating. But the good news about this is, again, you can only bash your head into the wall so many times. This has happened to me time and time again, where I've bashed my head into the wall with something like this to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I am not worrying about this anymore. I'd rather just quit the job, right? I'd rather just leave today, or just ask for what I want, or take a change. And there's a little flip, there's a little switch that comes on, okay? Where you go from feeling dejected and you go from feeling it's never going to work to just flipping that switch and saying, you know what? I'm done with thinking that way. I'm done with being that way. I'm going to try something else, or I'm going to just be more positive at work, or I'm going to go out and look for another job. And you start looking for solutions rather than dwelling on the problems. Okay. And so the frustration is actually a really great catalyst to wake your consciousness up to what it's actually doing, which is staying tethered in that more unhealthy, unhealed, maybe more limited way of thinking. It's as if suddenly the little light switch goes on and you're like, you know what? I can do this. My friend got a better job. My mom got a better job. They can do it. I can do it. A little light bulb will go off. And the really fun thing about that is it's pretty much as soon as the light bulb goes off that things change. It's that day that you march into your boss's office and say, you know what? I need a raise. Okay. I'm done. That's the day that it'll change. Or it's the day that you walk out and suddenly you're given a new job. Or maybe you just decide, I'm going to go into work every day and I'm just going to expect positive things, and the job totally changes around. But it's that moment that you decide, you know what? I'm tired of being frustrated. I'm not going to be frustrated anymore. I'm going to be empowered. Okay. And there's something very powerful about that. One way that I've heard it explained is it's like a rubber band. If you pull back on a rubber band, when you let go, it's going to shoot forward. Well, if there's something that's important for your healing process and you're getting frustrated. When you get to that point where there's just so much tension on that rubber band, you can't stand it anymore. You just say, you know what? I'm done. And you let go and it shoots forward. Okay. And so this is a really important thing to understand, which is that if you are frustrated, it's all right, because it ain't going to last that long. You are only going to get so frustrated before you shoot off into the future and take and claim what is yours. And hopefully this is some motivation for some viewers out there who are stuck in a very tense situation. You know what? I'm done with this. Like, I'm finished. I'm tired of feeling this way, or I'm tired of putting up with this crap. Like, seriously, you got to just get that in your head that I'm done. Okay. Because that moment that you say I'm done, that's like you saying, I deserve more. I'm worthy of better. I can have whatever I want. It's a very empowered state to be in, is letting go of that rubber band. Super great way to shoot yourself from waiting to getting what you want very, very quickly. You know, and if you would like to learn how to become really good at manifesting quickly and even instantly without having to put yourself through all of the pain, I am actually currently in the process of building my biggest program yet, and it is all about the subject of fast manifesting and even instant manifesting. And so there are a lot of people believe that, you know, some things take time, some things can come quickly. Really, just about anything can come quickly. And so in this program, I'm going to talk about how do you get in alignment with fast manifesting so that you can become one of those people where they just jump from one dream to the next. And there's not a lot of tears or sadness or stress involved. It's just they seem very, very lucky. And so this is going to be my biggest program to date. It is also going to come with coaching from yours truly. So it's also going to be a more expensive program than I usually make. And I'm telling you this because if you're interested in it, the first week that I launch it, I will be sending out a discount code for 50% off to people who sign up for the notifications. So if you would like to be notified about this program, get information about it, and learn when it's released and get that 50% off coupon code, please make sure to go ahead and sign up for the notifications. I will go ahead and put a link below in the description so that if you'd like to be notified again and get that 50% off coupon code, you will receive it. Also, if you are new to my work here, I would love to invite you to take my very quick 5-minute law of attraction test. If you would like to know for sure that you really are the creator of your reality, I've designed a very simple, very quick 5-minute test where you can prove it to yourself. Put something out and watch it come back. And to take that test now, please go to manifestingtest.com. Again, that is manifestingtest.com. I'll also go ahead and put a link to that one below in the description, but manifestingtest.com is the direct link. Thanks for watching today's video on how your desire will come true. Yes, it will. It absolutely will. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. And of course, I look forward to bringing you another one soon. Bye-bye.